Morning guys, Eric again here. I'm in the back alley, I'm at the door. Here another flash from the past when this used to be a body shop. I don't know how old it is, 80s I guess. That's when every time you walked up and down this alley all you smelled was fumes. No, I guess people still do, but exhaust fumes now. Nothing going on and the birds are singing. This used to actually be it was a 4-bay Model T car garage, and then he took one of the windows and turned it into an office. But there's one car was parked in front of each window the whole way down. That one got an exhaust fan in it now. I think he told me he sprayed the whole car for this fan. It's probably something you could get at Harbor Freight a lot cheaper now than the paint job. Alright guys, yesterday I messed around a little bit and I tried the relative compression test on this car when it came in, but I mean it was making a lot of bad noise and not too high tech today. We're just going old school. I'd like to share a couple, tools that you get a good feeling whenever everything goes right. Well, not for this car, nothing went right for this Kia, let me make that clear, but whenever the quicker you're able to diagnose or even work on something, the less tools you're fishing for, the better. And when I worked in a dealership, that was fine, but I was paying Snap-on, I was paying Mac, I was paying Greensburg Tool, I was paying plus buying Craftsman tools on the side. But whenever you're putting things together from Amazon or Harbor Freight and it's actually working for you, call it out. Because some things, I got oil filter pliers from Harbor Freight, garbage. I got these 2 Quinn sets and they both helped me on this one just to take it old school and very quickly find a problem with it. The spark plug set with the locking extensions, love it, because you could use these extensions, especially with wobblers, things you don't want a regular 3/8 socket to come flying off. They give you 3 nice ones, decent set. And what really saves the day is the shallow well. This is a Quinn set too. These shallow well 1/2-inch drives. I'll show you what I mean in a second. And going to take a peek at the rail cam too. Alright guys, I'll be back since I get a tripod set up, kick around a little bit. This one went so quick, may as well have a little bit of fun, see if we could do 2 things at once. Alright guys, with the plugs out of it, what I'm doing is I'm just spinning. I got a long 1/4 inch extension in there, and when we're going on the dowel, I just push down. Heard more of my bones than I heard metal on metal. But same thing, this one's on the upstroke. Pushing down on it's not going to give you away a rod bearing because the crank's pushing up on the piston. You want to wait till the piston's going down. And it's on its way. It's probably about half down there. We'll give it a push. Don't feel nothing. Nothing. Move on number 3. Nothing there. Nothing. What was that? That's what we're looking for. Wow. I don't know if you could hear that from there, but you tell how far this ratchet's dropping. Got metal on metal sound. There's our rod knock. bottom of the bore, when the crank's moving into the rod journal, the cut coming up, there's no slot because the crank's pushing up. And then as soon as it starts going down a little bit, there's first drop. And you can see how little I'm turning the ratchet. And there's more pronounced, like when the engine's running. Yeah, every time. Doesn't even take much pressure. Yeah, she's shot. Check number 4 while we're here. Nothing. Number 3 rod bearing. There's a recall. Well, there was. This thing's just a little over 100,000 miles, and I think it was 100,000 miles. Does replace the engine. If not, you had to have the limited lifetime to get an engine out of Kia. But this is just a little over 100,000. It's just shot, guys. All right, now I'm going to put the scope down there, see if we could see. I mean, that's moving around really easy. Almost the weight of the extension's moving the slop that's in the rod bearing. See if it tore up the cylinder walls. I mean, these engines, you just replace the whole engine. It's not worth machining or rebuilding these, and they go long block. They don't even mess around with a short block for a Kia. But it'd be interesting to see if it did anything to the inside of the block. All right, let me grab the camera and put it in there. Well, we'll peek. I'm going to just run this Borescope down the back, down the one we found with the rod knock. And then you could probably see it on here, but I'm going to upload the files. I'm going to take these off air and just make it part of the video in case you're... This is a pretty good Borescope for the price. I mean, it does meet everything I need it to do. Well, it makes it... It's only spark plug holes that are hard to get down, but once we're in there, let me put it on movie. Oh, it is recording. Let me stop. There's crosshatch up there. Oh wow. Get from nice crosshatch on the side. There's where she's knocking at. So that slap, it goes up. It stops right at the top. That's all the further the piston travels. There's where the knocking stops, and the whole way down. It's at the bottom of its stroke now. Not sure which stroke, but who's open? Might be getting ready to push exhaust, I don't know. That's the thing on the inside of these GDI engines. You can see that valve isn't sealing. And they're filthy. They spray the fuel right on the back of your valve. The old ones burnt valves, even though it was being sprayed into the intake, not directly on your valve. But if I had a GDI, I'd be putting Lucas in it or running high test all the time. And you're still going to get buildups just from the nature of it. But yeah, yeah. If it was something you just heard starting and you seen good crosshatch the whole way around there, you might investigate if you wanted to take the oil pan off. Because if it's just, bearing or something, and that crosshatch for some reason would look beautiful, then that would be one thing. But when you get down to what we just saw, that's it, man. End of the road for this Kia. It's pretty neat whenever you have some tools that you scourge on, outsource on the non-tool truck way, and they get you to a fast, quick diagnosis, and just old school plug it out, rod bearing, she's out here. All right, guys, have a good morning. Adios. All right, this is one quick parting tip I seen online once, and I've been using it ever since I started trying it. These are rare earth magnets from Harbor Freight. I think there's 8 in there you get for like $3. So pretty cheap. But what I've been doing is just putting one in the finger of the glove. And it doesn't get in your way of doing anything, but whenever you go to grab a bolt, like if you drop the bolt, whenever I was putting these coil bolts in, if you know, this one's back behind the hose, it's a little bit hard to get to. I might fumble with them a little, but you know, if I do drop them, it's no big deal. And you don't have to go get the magnet right away, straight away. If you drop one down in there, you know, easy peasy. Give it a shot for how many you get, and you can put a couple on one finger. And I've had these on with the thicker, the mechanics brand gloves, and they work right through them too. It'll pick up a bolt like that if you're working underneath the frame and you need to, like, you know, reach your hand around. It's a lot better than going and getting a magnet, and you know, you already got one with you. All right, guys, just a quick tip I saw from somebody else. I'm gonna pass it along. All right, adios. All right, guys, this is more just like a last word kind of rant. But this car's in pretty good shape. It's pretty clean. They do food delivery. It's your DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart, something like that. It's a very clean car, well maintained, good tires, new brakes. I mean, beautiful car. And I know these engines had a bad recall years ago, but for Pennsylvania, this thing's cherry, believe me. But, you know, was it worth it? Not needs a $4,000 engine. How many sets of tires, brakes? You know, what did that all get doing DoorDash? you're burning your cars up. Use your heads, people. There's easier ways of making money that quick if you have to, but I mean, don't take it out on your ride. It didn't do nothing to you, and it's look how much you depend on it. Don't make it do any more work. I see it over and over. DoorDash eating vehicles. Get an old New York taxi and maintain it if you want to do DoorDash, but don't try doing it with a Kia. They ain't built for it. All right, guys. Adios once again.